Hey everybody, welcome back to another drawing tutorial. So we got Haikyuu today. We got the Miya twins. So I was going to do them separately, but like that doesn't make sense. They have to be in the same picture together. So we have two characters on a landscape page, and we're just going to start with Atsumu. So it's the blonde-haired guy. We got the silver-haired one, Osamu, and Atsumu on this side. Okay, so two portraits. They're looking pretty much forward, so it's not too bad. So we're going to start with the eyes just up here. So open top half of our page on the right hand side, right? So one head here, the other head over here, right? So his right eye, okay, on this side. Just leave enough room for his ear and stuff. So we're going to just do curved line up like so and down like that. And we're going to add some eyelashes in here. So we go up, diagonal, and then back down. And his eyelashes, well, both their eyelashes are actually colored inside there. So I'm going to leave it white inside. You could color it dark black if you wanted, but I'm just going to leave that black inside, or white inside, so I can color them sort of brown afterwards. So his back eyelid then, so the bottom eyelid and the back, they kind of curve down like so first, and then it comes around the bottom like that, kind of flicks out a little bit there, and then goes up on the inside in like that. Okay, and he has a line just around the edge of his eye, just there, like a wrinkle or a stress line, or just part of his eyelid. He's too young to have wrinkles, I guess. So his iris, so we just do nearly a full circle, curve it around. Like so. Always remember, if you find circles too hard, you could use a compass or like a really tiny circular object that would fit inside here, you know, like a coin or something that might fit in there. You can draw around it, you know, if you find them hard. And you could always just practice your circles. That's the best way to do it. And then his pupil is just in the middle, just in there. So we'll go over and do his other eye. So in Haikyuu, we're in proportion. That means you leave an eye distance here. So whatever the width of his eye is, you come over that distance, and that's where you start his next eye. So we curve it over again, like so. Trying to get them about the same width. And then we'll add the eyelashes, diagonal line up, and then diagonal line back down into here. And in there is colored kind of brown. And then we may have like a line coming off just here. And then the back of his eyelid just comes down like so. And then we'll bring it around the bottom. Curve it over. And back up in here. Like that. You want them to be approximately the same size. They don't have to be exactly the same. Humans actually have one eye that's bigger than another. So we're not perfectly symmetrical. It'd be weird if we were. And then his iris curves around like so. And his pupil. Like that. And we just add some like lines just around his eye, give it some character. And then he has eyelid lines and eyebrows. So eyelid line, so we go diagonal that way, like so. And then it sort of curves this way. And we're going to erase some of these lines because he's got a bit of a fringe coming down over this eye. So we got to get rid of some of those lines. And then the eyelid line pretty much the same over this side, so you go diagonal up and then down, like so. And then his eyebrows just above that, so fairly big eyebrows. Curves down, like there, goes up, like a triangle, back down. Real pointy on the end. Like maybe a line sticking up here just to show some hair. His other eyebrow goes underneath his hair, but we'll draw it and we'll erase it then. So same sort of shape. It's like kind of like a mirror image. Don't have to be exactly the same. I know some people out there have OCD, so I understand if you want them to be exactly the same, but they don't have to be. So there's eyes. So now his nose. So we got on the right hand side here, we got a line coming down. It's not bang in the middle of his face. It's off to the right hand side a little bit, okay? And you can make this as complicated as you want. So you could literally just add his nostril if you wanted, and that would be enough. But in Haikyuu, there's a bit more detail. So, other side of his nose, shorter line there, and a little line on the tip of his nose. And maybe some more coming into his brow, just there like that. But literally, you could just do a nostril. In Naruto and other animes, they just do nostrils, and they don't have to draw any of that stuff. Your mind makes up the rest. So he's got a big confident smile. So it's like underneath his eye here. That's where it starts. So it comes down this way. And then across the other side. It's about there. Underneath his eye again. See? And he's aligned for his bottom lip. Just there. And then his chin. So he's got kind of a square chin. Kind of goes across like this. And up that way. And it's kind of diagonal. It's not quite like flat. So check your proportions now. So his head is it's kind of tilted back a little bit. So normally the nose is halfway between the eyes and the chin, right? But when a character tilts his head back, it makes this seem bigger and this seem smaller, right? So the nose is halfway between the eyebrow, and this character between the eyebrows and the chin, right? So eyebrows to nose is the same as nose to chin. Okay, that's the same. Because his head is tilted slightly back, he's kind of leaning back, you know. And then where his bottom lip would be is still halfway between the nose and the chin. So like this distance is the same as this distance. So there are your proportions. This area just seems a bit smaller, that's all. It's because his head is tilted back. It's just something to be aware of, I guess. Some people won't even care, but it's good to know these things. That's his jaw, up the right hand side, and you stop just about underneath the edge of his eye there, or edge of his eyebrow. And then we go across the other side. Same sort of thing. And then we go up towards his ear, and we'll just stop where his earlobe would be. So you're turning, changing direction. You're not keep going that way. And then we'll add his ear in here. So we just go curve around. Like so. And then we'll curve around. Like so. Ear lines inside. That's the easiest way. You could literally just do that if you wanted. But if you want to add a bit more detail, you just add a couple extra bumps and stuff. Like so. And maybe like a shadow in there. You could put a shadow here. So then he's got sideburns, right? So he's got like a sideburn here. And we can't really see the other sideburn because it's under his fringe. So we got to do his fringe first. So his fringe comes across like so. And then the other side comes down this way. And this one will go across his eyebrow to there. Okay. And then it will come back up to about there. And then here. Okay. And we have a few more spikes of hair now that come down. So come down across his eyebrow here like this. Down across his eye. And then we'll go back up to there. And like an extra line inside. Like that. And then some more hair, just here. And then the piece of hair that goes over his sideburn and his ear, just there. And then we can see like a little bit of his sideburn sticking out the bottom, like here. Some like hairlines coming down there like that. And more hair spikes here, like so. And some more coming down here, over his ear a little bit, behind his ear, and then smaller ones sticking out like so. So then we're going to go all the way to the top of his head. So like he's got hair up that way. So like, so we'll go top of the head to eyelid line, right? That's probably halfway. So here to here is the same as here to here. Okay. So his eyelids in here, in between his eyes and his eyebrow, is halfway between his head and his chin. So you want this distance to be about the same as this distance. So you don't want to go much higher up than that. That's all. Just to make sure his head doesn't look too big. So then we'll go all the way up to there, adding spikes like this. Bumps on one side. Couple of hairlines, like so. One kind of spike sticking up here on its own, sticking straight up, and then a bit going down like that. And then we have some lines inside here, here, and then we'll go off the other way. So like a spike going out that way, and then it grows down this direction. So like that, coming down like so, and just there, like so, and like one sort of inside here. Some hairlines and stuff. Texture lines inside. Up. Okay. There's like a shadow just in there and in here, just a little thicker bit of line. It's the little details. Okay, I'll just erase these eyebrow lines. Okay, so his neck. So it comes down from his ear on this side. So his head is kind of tilted back. So comes down from his ear here, but comes down from his jaw here. So his head is like tilted back that way. So both sides of his neck are a little bit different, right? So one's more curvy, one's more straight. And they all have long necks in Haikyuu. And then we add some like neck muscle lines, this kind of thing, coming down like so. And there's a shadow in here. And one under his chin. Like so. And then his t-shirt comes, so we have his trapezius, first. And then his t-shirt comes around from the back of his neck, like this. This kind of thing, and then curves down, around both sides, like that. And there's a bit of a gap. You could join them if you wanted. And then the inside line goes around up into there, like so. And some extra muscle inside there. and his t-shirt. So his shoulders, this goes off my page. Of course, if you'd room, you could just drop his shoulder down there. And his other shoulder comes over, down, like that. But that is his t-shirt, so that comes out, sorry, a little bit more. So that's like a fold line of a t-shirt, and we'll just bring that down that way. And then his arm kind of comes out there. And then we have some more sort of t-shirt fold lines, so like there. Inside of his shirt comes up into here, and then like joints, that's like his armpit in there. And then like an armpit line, shoulder line, collarbone goes that way. Middle of his t-shirt goes down towards his chest. Fold lines coming up. The other side of his t-shirt just there. Boom, boom. You can do as many of these as you want, obviously. Like that, but we'll leave it there. So, yeah, okay, let's go and do Osamu. So he's kind of standing behind, so his shoulder will go in behind Atsumu's shoulder. So we're going to start with his head. We're about level with eye level over here, and we're just going to start with his right eye, just the same way. We'll start the same thing. And his head is, so his head's tilted like a little bit back that way, and his head's tilted a little bit back that way. So it's sort of like tilting towards one another. It's like they have their own gravity or something. So eyelid line curves like so. Eyelash, same thing. Little triangle that we can color in. Maybe like a line coming off. And then his eyelid down like so, back across, and up the other side, like so. He's a line here as well. They're twins, so same face pretty much. And then this curves around, pupil in the middle. Leave a gap. So like his eyes maybe are going like this way a little bit. So you leave a bit of an eye distance gap. He's in proportion, just like his bro. And then we'll go across. So you should be able to fit like his eye inside here again. You know, approximately. And then eyelashes up and down. Bit of a line sticking off there. And then his back eyelid down. Underneath and up. Into there. Iris. Circle with the top cut off. And pupil in the middle. And then line on the side of his eye. Like so. So big eyelids. Again, so we go like a curved line here, and then we bring it down like that, and then we do like a curved line here, and then we bring an eyelid line down like that. Then his eyebrows, same as his brother, curves over, triangle, down to a point. Same thing here, except we go under hair as well, kind of like his brother. Down like so, and across to a point. Goes under his hair, obviously. And he could have some like hairlines and stuff here. Nose, exact same, just go in the other direction. So we have a long line. You could do a nostril. You could literally leave it like that if you were feeling lazy, but then add a couple more detail lines like that. His brow lines there, going up into his eyebrows. He's not smiling. That's the one difference. He's looking a bit more dour. So small mouth goes across and down at the back. It must be the grumpy twin. And then chin, so diagonal, kind of slanted chin. And then you can check proportions. So eyebrow to nose, same as nose to chin. Then bottom lip to chin, the same as bottom lip to nose. Okay, same distance, here to here, same as here to here, and then eyebrow to nose, bottom of his nose, same as nose to chin. Okay, approximately. Once you get that, you can do his jaw. We go up this side, stop underneath his eye, and then we'll go this way and stop just underneath his eye or his eyebrow there. This one goes a little bit further maybe. Oh no, they're the same. Yeah, under his eyebrow. So then change direction. So if we kept going that way, we'd go off that way. So we need to turn a corner and go up towards his ear on that side. And this one doesn't go up as far. So then his ear. So curve it around, down like so. Kind of like his brother. And then this one is slightly bigger, it seems. We curve it up and around up to there, back in, and that goes underneath his hair, so we won't bring it back into his head. So he's got like a hair spike here, like that. And then ear lines, like this. Easiest way, just that. But you can add more detail. Shadow inside. Choo choo. And then right, sideburns, fringe, and then top of the head. So sideburn here. Some hair coming down, spiky sideburn here, pointy kind of one. Like his brother, just sort of flipped the other way. And fringe. So we'll go up from here because this is where we started. So we've done one spike already, and we'll add another smaller one just here. And then a big one. This one goes down right over his eye. And then we travel back up to the middle of his head. There. Another spike here. Coming up into that way. And then this will come down towards his sideburn. And maybe another hair spike or two down here. A couple of small ones on the side of his head. And like his brother, we're going to go the whole way up to the top of his head, and it's to his eyelid level, the gap between his eyebrows and his eyes. So from here, so eyelid to chin, right, whatever that distance is, it should be the same to the top of his head, right? So like a piece of hair there. So here to here is the same as here to here. Okay, that's your proportion. You want to keep approximately. It doesn't have to be exactly like that. And then he's one spike sticking up like that. And then we'll bring some hair spikes going down this way. Like so. Curving, spiking, and then we go down, spiking like so, just in behind his ear. And a couple more, like this. And he has one in the middle of his head. And it like crosses this one down to there. And then we'll bring it back up. Like so. Do 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 do. Line down the middle. And we'll go down the other side of his head now. So, like that. Another one. Down a bit further. And hair spike sticking out just there. Goes in and touches this one. Texture line there. This goes up and into here. Another texture. Texture line, texture line. Boom. Okay, now I'll erase his lines in behind his hair. And then he's got a bit of a shadow just under here and one under here. Okay, so his neck, like his brother, on this side comes down from his ear and it's got a curve. Right, because his head is tilted that way, his head is tilted that way. And then this side of his neck comes down like so. T-shirt comes out from behind his neck, down around, out the other side, down like so, like there. And then the inside line comes down, around, back up like so. And he has a shadow underneath his chin. Curve line, curve line. Doosh, doosh, doosh. Boom. There. Here. And goes down like so. Doop, doop. These are just anatomy, you know, muscle sort of lines coming up from his body, just down there. So his shoulder is going to go in behind his brother's. So this way. Okay. Then his other shoulder. Go down like so. Kind of go down and off my page there. If you have room, feel free. Curve line there. There. Here. What else? More sort of lines there. Armpit line. Some t-shirt lines like that. You can keep adding this as much as you want, but I think that's it for me. I think I'll leave it there. Oh. Yep. Yeah, that's it. How to draw the Miya twins from Haikyuu. Hope it was helpful, guys. See you in the next video.